got you in the cut. Anyways, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Jenna Simone back with a nice little video for y'all. So, as you see as the title of this video, I made one of my besties a birthday cake for her birthday, which actually happened to fall on Thanksgiving this year. I know it's December and Thanksgiving was like 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, but editing is just a hassle in itself, and it took me 4 hours to edit it. So now I'm doing the voiceover part, but I realized I didn't do an intro. So welcome to my channel. My name is Jenna Simone, and this is me making a heart-shaped cake for Thanksgiving. It was like a 4-day process. It was very much my first time ever making a cake like this. I put my heart and my soul into this, and it actually came out really good. So I'm just basically made this video for you guys to just see the process and like how I did it. Nice little voiceover because it's like 20 minutes long, so and I just want to make it as short as possible and a little bit enjoyable, kind of like a how-to, I guess, in a way. Not really a how-to because I just made a cake that I know how to make, but just in a heart-shaped pan, which I've never done before. But the decorating process was very difficult to do, but it came out really good, and I just want to show you guys my process and basically just the 4 days it took for me to do it. So hope you liked the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll have this out to y'all in a couple of days. So yeah.
Hey guys, so now this is day 1. I'm actually making buttercream icing from scratch. I actually really don't like buttercream, but I didn't make it as sweet as buttercream usually tastes. But the ingredients I had were like 4 sticks of butter. I basically used like 6 sticks of butter to make this entire thing. You would have thought I was Spencer from iCarly. Anyways, making a sculpture. But I used softened butter, which you can leave butter out for maybe like a day. No more than that though, because I don't know if it'll start going bad after that. But I used 4 sticks of butter and an entire bag of powdered sugar. What I did was I sifted the flour. I said flour. I sifted the sugar to make it not as clumpy, because you want everything to be smooth and like stuff like that, so when you ice the cake it's not as like chunky and it doesn't come out looking ugly. This is me adding heavy whipped cream that I bought from Publix, as you see, and this is to basically like make it a little bit smoother, because once you add like sugar with butter it does get kind of grainy, because sugar is grainy but it's powdered sugar. And there's a lot of mixing in this. Like when I tell you I felt like I was mixing for days. Like my arms should be swole right now, but I just gradually like added in like the ingredients over time, added vanilla extract, and yeah, just a lot of freaking mixing. I think this made like, I felt like 2 pounds of freaking buttercream frosting, and that's me adding salt. We don't have regular salt because we just aren't regular people, and we don't have regular salt. It was either pink Himalayan salt, which I did not want to put in this thing, or kosher salt, so I just used a little bit of kosher salt. This is me adding too much vanilla extract because I don't measure, and it ended up not being like super sweet anyways, so it kind of worked out.
Okay, so I just finished making my buttercream icing. This is for a cake on Thursday, but there's so many steps to it that I had to start making it earlier. So yeah, but anyways, now that I have the buttercream done for today, I'm gonna put it in the fridge until probably Monday, because tomorrow I'm making the cake, so I can start icing it on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday I should be done decorating, and then it'll be prepared for Thursday for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this in the fridge now since I'm done with it. It's a lot of freaking icing. And then I'm going to make something else that's not part of Thanksgiving dinner, possibly. Just a little trial and error thing, and then we'll see how that goes. So icing's done, and now tomorrow we make the cake. I know how to make the cake, but the icing I was a little like iffy on. It still has a lot of air bubbles in it, which I've been watching videos on how to get it out, but because there's so much icing, they have like small amounts of icing and they're trying to separate it and then smooth it out, and I'm like, this is a lot. So I just have to do it when I ice the cake. I saw a strategy, so I'm gonna try to do that and see how it comes out. But yeah, that's it for now. So stay tuned for tomorrow's course of events.
Alright, so this is day freaking 2. So day 2 is me actually making the cake. So as you see, I'm getting all my ingredients prepared. I have 2 sticks of butter, 6 eggs. I already sifted the flour, and the sugar is just regular sugar. It's not powdered sugar, so I don't have to sift that. Baking powder, salt, Crisco, extra, vanilla extract, all that jazz. So right now I added the butter, and I believe that's sugar, 1 cup at a time. I usually separate my eggs because you never know what kind of eggs you got. I also leave the eggs sitting out. I leave them at room temperature because you don't want cold ingredients mixed with your cake batter. That's just me personally. That's what my grandma told me, at least. I separate my eggs so I don't have like eggshells in my eggs, or if the egg is bad, now the whole cake is messed up because you added the egg in there. But this is me adding the flour, I believe, in there. I had to change up the setup because it was just getting old. That's the rest of the sugar, I believe. It just takes a lot of ingredients, and this bowl wasn't, I've used this bowl before, but it's like on the brim basically, as soon as I get working on this thing. But I don't measure because I've made this cake 50,000 times, so I don't even know if that's a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Can't even tell you. So once again, don't have regular sugar, so I'm using kosher salt. What am I saying? I am using regular salt. No, I'm not. We don't have regular salt. We're using kosher salt. Anyways, and then my little vanilla, which I still heavily poured this too. And usually with pound cakes, I also, well, technically this is a pound cake recipe, but I use vanilla and lemon extract, but I didn't want lemon in there, so I didn't put it in there. This is, I forgot what this is called, but people use it for the macaroni and cheese. Dang, what is that called? I can't think of it. I'll put it on the screen. I just don't feel like doing all this audio all over again. Look how smooth that is, bro. It looks so good already. Mixing again. I'm also gradually adding this milk in, like a little bit at a time, just so I can get everything like mixed. You want everything to be like even, you know, not all uneven. I hate that type of thing. Like, I'm just a perfectionist, so I just want to make sure everything is right and done correctly. So now we get into putting it in the pan. I bought this pan on Amazon. I can link it in the description below. I also saw this hack while I was watching YouTube videos about how icing a cake, where this girl, she lined the bottom of the pan with butter and wax paper, so if the cake sticks, it sticks to the bottom of the wax paper, and you just peel it off and it comes off real nice, real clean. I was just having a hard time with the arts and crafts stuff, and the pan is a little bit tricky because I don't know which side is which and how to put it in there because I've never used this pan before. But I figured out. I only line the bottom though because I don't want the entire thing to be like lined with butter because it already has butter in it, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of butter. And then I take the other half of the Crisco that I used, and I actually make a border on the inside of the pan, and I also put flour in there, as you will see in a second because I'm going too fast. And I line the pan with flour so the cake also doesn't stick to the pan as well. Shout out to my grandma for teaching me that too. Look at me just going off. I know what I'm doing, y'all, I promise. Even though this is my first time doing it, I did really well. Look at that, perfectly lined, and then I got a nice little liner at the bottom of the pan. And look at that, it's perfectly even, all that jazz. The pan, when I first made a cake, it was leaking like the little batter a little bit at the bottom because it's like a sealed pan, like you gotta close it with like a little latch. And the batter actually makes a lot more than the pan holds because the pan is smaller than a bundt cake pan. So I had to improvise and make some into cupcakes, as you see. And then we put in the oven. Do not preheat the oven. You put the oven on 300 when you put the cake in the oven. Do not preheat the oven. Okay, so I could, well, I probably have a line on my forehead from the headphones, but. Alright, I just finished cleaning the kitchen. I put the oven on 300, and this is my first time making a heart-shaped cake with that type of mix, because usually I make a pound cake out of that, but I'm making a heart-shaped cake. So I thought that it had too much icing in the pan, so I made them into cupcakes as usual. So I don't know how long it'll take for the cupcakes to get done, but the kitchen is off limits. Like, I don't want nobody slamming no doors, nobody can leave, nobody can enter. Shut up! Nobody can enter yelling. You can't make any like loud noise or the cake will fall. If the cake falls, that means I have to start over. And if I have to start over, somebody's buying all the ingredients all over again, because that literally took me like, it's 8:47. It took me an hour and a half just to mix it and putting all that stuff together, because I started at like 7 something. So I'll be chilling in my room. Got me some Chex Mix to snack on, some water, and I'm gonna take a nap or something. I should start editing, but I don't really feel like doing that. But we shall see. So, well, the oven just reached 300, so now we definitely can't go in that bitch. And that's why you clean as soon as you put the cake in the oven. Clean your mess up as you go. That way you don't have nothing to put away, nothing to do. When the cake comes out, all you gotta do is let the cake come out and cool down. No clean, no nothing. That kitchen is spotless right now. So once that cake is done, there's nothing to wash but the pan. So that's how it should be. Anyways, stay tuned for part 3. Yeah. Alright, this is day 3. This is me after work. I've been, since Sunday, after work, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I've been coming home and working on this cake. Anyways, this is the next day. The cake was done. It came out really nice, really smooth. The top was extra crispy, dog. And you see like the cake is like moving and shifting because I'm trying to cut the top. I don't have a good knife for it because my dad threw away. Like Publix gives you like cake cutters, but I went all the way to Publix to get this cake cutter because my dad threw the other one away. Also did not cut this in half evenly. It was very uneven, but it's fine. It still looked good regardless. First time doing this, and it came out really, really good. But you see the cake is shifting like a lot. I ended up taking it off the cake pan to put it on this, what are those things called? I don't know what that is called, but I bought that off Amazon too. And also, it's like a whole kit of stuff. It came with like piping bags for the icing, different types of piping, like, what are they called? I don't know what anything is called, but I'm gonna link that also on Amazon. I took this buttercream frosting out when it was room temperature still, but I didn't mix it, so it looks very like stiff, and it just didn't come out as good as I wanted it. But eventually I mixed it. I just didn't want to mix it because I was tired of mixing, but it looks so cute. Anyways, yeah, this is me just icing the cake. I'm trying to make it as even as possible, but it's kind of hard. I think I should probably go to school over it, but I don't really want to do that either, so. Okay, so here's where I start putting the icing into a piping bag to try to get the sides a little bit more even, because it's kind of hard to put icing directly on the cake with like an icing spatula, I guess. And I put this out on YouTube, and I'm trying to be a professional cake icer, and I want it to come out really good. Which also, these plastic scrapers, I don't know the names of anything, so don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I'll just Google it. But they aren't like the best things to use, but it did its job. Like I wasn't gonna go out and buy the whole thing for it. But I went on ahead and put the first layer of icing on, and I put the cake in the freezer. And then this is me dyeing the icing, like at least like 2 bags of icing. I got the food coloring from, I think, Family Dollar, and she wants the cake pink. I should have put the inspo photos that she wants. I'll just add them in here actually. But these, the inspo that she wants like a pink cake. As you see, it's just a whole lot of pink. Anyways, but it came out really cute though. It doesn't matter. But I ended up making 2 bags of icing just to make like the first layer of the cake, which you'll see in a second. And they weren't exactly even, but it doesn't matter because it still wound up being close enough. So I done lost count on what day it is, but it's day 4. So I took the cake and I left it in the fridge overnight. This is me, I think, Wednesday morning icing the first layer of the pink frosting, which actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. When I iced the cake, when I took it out, I cut the edges off, like off the top, to make it like as even as possible, so it could just be flat and like pristine, you know what I mean? But shaping the cake is like the hardest part. Like icing the heart shape is hard as hell, because it's just like you don't want like the end, like the marks where you stopped at on the cake, because it's just noticeable, at least for me. Once again, I just don't like things to be ugly. And you can see it at the bottom there, like you see where I missed the whole section, because you can still see the white, but it's also the first layer, so I don't know, I was just bugging out. This is later on that night after work. I am finally putting the other color of pink on the cake. I think I ended up dyeing more icing like later on, like whatever I didn't do. I added another layer of pink, and then I put it in the fridge, and then I started icing, like decorating. So this is me cleaning off also the extra icing that was left behind on the little platter thing. I don't know what it's called, I don't remember. And don't mind the cooler in the back, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. The turkey's in there, okay? Just brewing. It came out so good though, like I did that. And this is me, bro. I bought these pearl, they're actually candies, and I bought them on Amazon, and I literally put all this on by hand. As you see, it took me 30 freaking minutes, 30 minutes to do all of this. So yeah, overall I think I did a really good job though. Everyone really complimented me about it, and I thought that it was super cute. Would I do it again? I have no idea. But her pictures came out so cute. I need her to post these things. Miss Sag Queen, no more Sagittariuses though, please. So this was like towards like the end of the party. You can see my brother in the corner over there on his phone. And this is karaoke. It was so good though. They know how to do the lucky slide, y'all. That's good. But I'm glad everyone liked the cake, and I didn't want to get copyrighted for the songs. I'm about to turn it off. But it was September. I don't know who it's by. I'll put it in there on the screen somewhere. It was so good though. We had so much fun. I won 2 games, with a bottle of champagne and a blanket. And overall, it was just a really great experience. I had so much fun, and now it's time for the Christmas party.